So guys, I've picked the leaves of the greens, the amaranths. These are the stems. These go back to the garden as compost. The next step is to wash the greens, triple wash to remove all of the dirt. So I'm gonna put water in here and just wash it. Okay guys, here's our bowl of cold water. I'm just gonna dunk the greens in here. Really shake it so that if there are any debris or insects on the leaves, it can fall to the bottom of the pan. Okay, so I'm gonna wash about 2 to 3 times. So here are our greens, our amaranths all washed. I had some water boiling over here because I'm gonna blanch the greens in that water, which just means quickly cook it, maybe 2 minutes or less. We want the greens to stay crunchy, so I'm just gonna dunk it in the boiling water, and then I will immediately take it out and dunk in ice cold water so I can stop the cooking process and preserve the color. Okay. Alright guys, it's been probably a minute. I'm just looking for this color, for the leaves to wilt a little. I'm gonna now take it out. See how good it looks? Now I'm gonna put it in my ice cold water here, and it's gonna halt the cooking process and maintain the color. Okay. We don't want it to overcook. There's still some texture to it. Okay. At this point, you can just squeeze out the water and then preserve in the freezer that way. Okay. For use later on in the year. But I'm gonna cook it today. So keep watching as I show you how I cook the amaranths. All right, now I'm going to strain the greens. Coriander right there. Squeeze out the water. So guys, this is ready to be preserved in the freezer. You can put in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer and then pull it out anytime you need to use it. But if you're gonna cook it further, let me show you what I'm gonna do. All right guys, these are the ingredients I'm gonna use to cook my amaranths. I'm gonna start here. Here I have some onions, red onions, and then some diced tomatoes. I'm using canned because that's what I have, but it's probably best to use the fresh tomatoes. And then in here I have diced red bell peppers and then some habanero peppers. Here is smoked fish, and then over here is shrimp, dried shrimp. I'm gonna crush that right here on the stone. Then I have some oil in here, olive oil, and then some salt. You can keep it this way, or if you want, you can add some beef, animal protein to it. I have my beef cooking over here. I'm gonna use that. Add some oil to my pot just to cover the bottom. You don't need too much of it. And then now I'm gonna saute my onions. It's taking our time to build up the flavors. So now I'm adding the diced red bell peppers. Like that. Then next I'm adding my tomatoes. And then I'm gonna add the smoked fish. Let it flavor my mixture here. Well, you want to cut this up into small pieces. Okay. Then I'm gonna add just a little salt. Season as you go. It's my pink salt. And then we'll let that cook. And I'll put it on it. Okay, this has been cooking for about 10 minutes. Let's check on the pot. Give it a stir. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Okay. I'm gonna fish out the peppers, the hot peppers, so it's not too spicy. It has flavored our dish, but it's not too spicy. Okay. So the next step now will be to add our crayfish. That's the shrimp. Go ahead and crush it. Just mix it in. Then next I'm gonna add the meat, the beef that I was cooking in the other pot, well seasoned with salt and spices. No Maggi cube, guys. If you take time to build the flavor, you don't need to add extras like Maggi cubes. So there will be no Maggi cubes in here and it will taste just as good. Okay, this is our beef. I use chalk. Yeah, that is the part that I use for my vegetables. Chalk, I just cook it slowly. Okay, seasoned with ginger, garlic, onions, salt. That's enough. Mix that in. So this is some of that seasoning. I'm gonna add it in here. Yummy stuff. Give it that umami flavor, and it's also salted. Now would be a good time to taste and make sure that this salt is enough for you, and adjust. Then when everything looks and tastes good, then it will be time to add the greens, the amaranth, last minute. So guys, I will be adding the amaranth at this point. I'm not gonna slice it or anything like that. I will leave the leaves whole. It gives another type of taste. If you want, you can run your knife through it. But after adding the amaranth at this point, we don't even need to cook it anymore because this has been cooked already. We don't want it too mushy. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna turn off the heat. Just mix that in. So the heat is turned off. It's gonna finish cooking in the residual heat that's in the pot. I don't want to overcook it. I want it to still have some texture, guys. Take my time and mix it in, and then I'll show you the final results. I need to use both hands. And that's our final product, guys. Greens, amaranth. Okay, so healthy. We're gonna be eating this with some boiled green plantains. I'll show you. So here's boiled green plantains. Green plantains look like this. You peel it and then cook it, and it looks like that. We're gonna enjoy our greens with this. Bon appetit.